Today I'm going to go into the order I use my Demonologist equipment. Now this is my own personal preference, but this is by my experience how I've been able to find the ghost as quickly as possible in the most efficient way. So let's get into it. So we have a couple items here that are not given to you for like base. You have to buy them yourself. That would be the thermometer, the crucifix, and some sanity pills. Those are what I recommend you purchase first when you start getting some money inside of Demonologist, at least for equipment. I mean, buy the cat first, obviously. When I go to start the round, I'm going to grab my flashlight first, which I already have in my hand. Then I'm going to take the EMF and the ectoplasm. The reason for that is if you have the EMF reader and it moves anything, you will get an EMF reading on it. And typically, the ghost leaves ectoplasm stains very early on in the map. Very, very early. So it may be the first piece of evidence you find if you scan the walls. I'll immediately walk through the door. Already have EMF 2. Yeah, it looks like it might be on this bathroom door right here. Checking for ectoplasm. Don't see anything yet. We may not have ectoplasm. But now my question really is, if it did touch this door, is it in the bathroom? Or is it in the hallway? Which is the ghost room? And that's where the thermometer is going to come in. So let's go back to the tent. Now that I have a general idea where the ghost is in the house, I'm going to bring 2 items in with me that are going to be able to limit down which exact room the ghost is at that time. So what I'm going to use thermometer to be able to confirm temperature. And I'm going to use my UV light to see if there's any fingerprints on things it's touched. Walking into the house now, I know it touched the door, so I want to see if there's fingerprints. I don't see any. They may have disappeared by now. Oh, nope, there it is. It's on the backside. All right, we found fingerprints. So right now, we know we have fingerprints. There has been a lot of confusion as to how this thermometer works, and I totally understand because it works different than it does in other ghost hunting games. So like in Phasmophobia, where the house is usually cold and then heats up over time, this game isn't like that. It's usually hot and then it cools down over time wherever the ghost is. So right now in this bathroom, it's like 20 degrees Celsius, maybe a little over at times. I'm going to step around. You can see immediately in the hallway, that has plummeted. But I can guarantee you, when I walked into this house the first time, it was not that cold. It was still around the 20 degree mark. So it lowered since then. It is maybe even going to be nearing towards freezing. We may have freezing temps here. So this really helps me get an idea of to where the ghost is. Now that you know a good location of your ghost room and where exactly it is, you can go ahead and start bringing in the more difficult things to get, which would be ESG and the easel. These 2 things take the longest to get any evidence in. I know this is something the developers are working on, but for right now, we have to really try to get these in there as soon as possible. That way we make sure the ghost has every opportunity to engage with it. Just a real quick note here. The community manager has mentioned inside of their official Discord that it is better to separate the ESG and the easel, because the ghost is more likely to engage with them if they're not right on top of each other. So just keep that in mind. And we have our easel and ESG down. We can start taking the last thing really that we have, which is Spirit Box. I don't know, I just really feel like Spirit Box should be done last because it is a very simple thing to get as long as you know where the location is and you actually have Spirit Box evidence. Then lastly, I would carry around the crucifix with you. If the ghost does try to kill you and you have a crucifix in your hand, active in your hand, that's very important. It will eat the crucifix and not kill you, and you'll be able to live another day. So that is the order I use my equipment in Demonologist. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you think of this information. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know.